Hi, this is Mike Regan with Transact's 2-Minute Warning for the week of September 23rd. In this week's 2-Minute Warning, we're taking a look at what happens if the East Coast ports are shut down on October 1st. Last week I got a call from somebody who claims he's a real avid 2-Minute Warning fan. Says he reads them all, watches a lot of the videos because they always keep him updated, and that's why he wanted to know, how come you haven't been talking about what's going on at the East Coast ports? I had to kind of breathe, smile, and tell him, you're several 2-minute warnings behind because for the past couple of months, we've mentioned what's happening at the East Coast ports in several of these 2-minute warnings. Now, having said that, I had to point out some key issues that he needed to deal with. First of all, for those of you who thought like him, he may not be really impacted by the East Coast ports, we live in an interconnected, holistic world. What happens at any node in the transportation functions is going to affect all nodes, and that's going to happen here with the East Coast ports. The second thing you need to understand is right now, most people are saying we're only 7 days away from the shutdown, which is why a lot of people are saying it's at least a 90 to 95% probability. Here's what you ought to be concerned about too. With respect to the duration, how long will it go? A day or two? No. Some people are saying it could go as long as 2 or even 3 weeks, and that's because the Biden administration has made it clear that they have no intention of invoking Taft-Hartley to get the unions back to work. Now that brings us to another point. Some people are asking, what are my alternatives? What are my strategies? Well, as we mentioned, the time to have been looking at those alternatives and strategies was months ago, but there are things that you need to be doing right now, as I shared in that call last week. First, you need to identify the most critical parts in your inventory structure, the parts that you need to keep your machines running, and what your inventory levels look like with that. The second thing that you need to do is that if it goes longer than you expected, what alternative modes of transportation will you use? Will you consider air freight from some of these countries in order to get just those parts that you need up and running? The third thing that you need to do, though, please factor this in. You need to plan ahead for anticipated events. This is not a surprise what's happening at the East Coast ports. We've made it clear in several 2-minute warnings it could occur. We've also offered some tips and things that you could be doing. We don't put these out in all the 2-minute warnings because, heck, a lot of our competitors like to steal what we do, but they're always available to you as a shipper there. And if you'll simply send me an email or give us a call, be happy to talk to you about the experience and expertise that we have and how you can put that experience and expertise to work to protect your supply chain and logistics functions. And we make all of this available to you because with each and every 2-minute warning, we're here to remind you we are on your team, we're here to help, and we're passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.